A very good morning to you, dear trading community. Or maybe not such a good one, because it seems like we're currently experiencing maximum pain in the crypto market. And we've talked about this before, maybe you remember. One of my big suspicions was that after these record liquidations that took place here, where so many people lost huge amounts of money, we might lure them back into long positions. And it actually looked like that was happening, at least to some extent. And then another sell-off could happen afterwards. And that's exactly what has now happened. So at this point in time, it seems like the maximum pain is simply being inflicted. But there is some good news. So I want to share a few things with you. What makes me happy right now, even though prices are very low? We've now reached my long-term Fibonacci entry. That means here, I've marked this before, but I'll show it again. The 0.5 Fibonacci, the long-term one, from this low to this high. I've now reached that entry point. I even placed my position a bit lower, as you can see. I shared that with you as well because there was liquidation here, and this has now been triggered and is already in profit. I'm not saying that this will work out right away and that will immediately start rising again. I've also added another position to this current one. That would be exactly this candle's low here. In case we really go down here, because I could imagine that we might revisit that level and maybe even make another wick down. If this position doesn't work out, I have another one waiting for me at 0.618 Fibonacci, the next entry level with a stop loss. Both now have a stop loss. For Bitcoin, I have it set up similarly, but not exactly the same. So with Bitcoin, we haven't reached the 0.5 Fibonacci yet, but I'm already long here. And I'm scaling in at 100,000. And again, down here at 94,000. If we should reach that, for everyone who doesn't know the trading strategy yet, go to my channel and watch the video. The simplest trading strategy. And you're still not using it. You have it too. Trading Learner, step by step to becoming a pro trader. It's included in the entire playlist. There, I show exactly how it works. And in addition, you have several other videos that explain exactly how I trade. And that's what we're going to go through today as well. Because you'll get information about the level 2 data, like in this case, so that we have insight into which areas have seen activity here. And we'll also go through today which orders have been placed. For example, here we see with Ethereum. At 3,465, there are still a few million waiting, but nothing really significant where we could say there are 100 million or 50 million or something like that in there. At the moment, these are smaller orders. So for now, it's still a bit unspectacular. And today it's working for me again as well. I can also take a look at Bitcoin again. And with Bitcoin, we also have this insight to say, okay, what does it look like here? With the orders, where are the large orders here? And the next larger order block, you can see it here. At the line, but we'll go through it in detail now, is around 101,198. What's here? For example, there are 60 million here. At the same time, of course, we also take a look at the liquidation heat map. We can see how interesting it's getting now with Bitcoin at around 111,700. But not only that, we're also looking at the liquidation heat map, of course, my favorite model. That's naturally very interesting. We've just fished out this liquidation here, but let's go through Model 3 together. And I think Model 3 is going to be very, very interesting now, especially if we zoom out a bit, because we have a much wider price range. I show you all of this in my playlist, Learn Trading Step by Step to Become a Pro Trader. How you can apply this for yourself. But for now, let's stick to the technical analysis. So this is going to be very, very interesting. This divergence that we had on the weekly chart, the one you see here on this yellow line, is also playing out together with the RSI. It really does seem to be unfolding now. The question is, how much further will we go with Bitcoin? Will we still reach 100,700, maybe even 94,000? Let's compare that right away with the liquidation heat map in Model 3. And what's really not good right now, and shouldn't be happening at this point, we're in the week, it's Tuesday, so we still have a few days left. But you might remember I said we shouldn't fall below this price range here. That would be really bad on the weekly chart if we close below it. So far we've only had candle wicks below it, and they've always been bought up again. And I really hope that happens again this time, because if we break down through here, we'll just have bearish price action, since we've created a new low and also broken through the previous low, and that really wouldn't be good. Accordingly, I'm still prepared here. I'm already long now. I can also gladly share my positions with you now. This is my Ethereum swing position. I've scaled it up again now. You can't see that here right now. I can quickly switch over for you. You can see I already opened a long here yesterday, and now another long as well. That means I've added 2 more Ethereum to this position. I now have an average entry price of 3,294. And I'm going to let this position run. Ethereum is also super exciting. You'll see what I mean. For those who haven't seen the videos yet. When we go through this on the liquidation heat map, But for now, let's stick with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also very, very exciting. We're heading up here into the VPVR. Here we can see this VPVR in this price range. Unfortunately, at this point in time, we have a volume block right here. That could really serve as support for us now. If we don't manage to hold that, you can also see here, if I include the 0.5 Fibonacci where it's located, the next bigger one would be here. That means if we leave this order block, we could quickly drop down here with a wick. And we could reach the next support at the 0.5 Fibonacci level. If that doesn't hold either, we see the next order block. Where is the end of the order block? And now I'll take this exact line and draw it at the end of the order block. Then that would be the 0.618 Fibonacci. So these are the possibilities I see. I'm not saying it has to happen, but let's go back for a moment. Some time ago, it was still the case that when we entered here, let's switch to the 6-month chart. Exactly. And in 6 months, you can already see a bit more. So here we have this cluster that we see here, right around 94,000 to 95,000 US dollars, which is exactly this price range. If we break below that, guys, you can see that in terms of volume, things really go downwards. That means we have a very, very quick possibility of moving further down. This is the most important support we currently have. But just so we're not too bearish. Of course, if we look at it now, we also have levels above us. At that symbol, that means we've accumulated data from all exchanges together. We can see here in the short term that within 48 hours, there's a lot of liquidation above us. And it's something I always say, the liquidation heat map never lies. And we've identified this on the liquidation map, which I'll share with you in a moment. Now there are even more liquidations than in the previous days. They're above us. Let's switch to a 1-week view. I hope I won't make this video too long, but it's just super exciting. We also need to analyze a few altcoins, and that's what I mean. Now we're switching to a 1-week view here. That's really, really interesting. 1 week up to 112,000, super interesting at this point in time. Let's switch to a 2-week view again. And also for 2 weeks, right now we still have something down to about 102,000. But these clusters up here are of course super interesting for market makers. And if we look at this on the liquidation map, the map I always share with you, where we now also have Aster and Hyperliquid as exchanges included. And now let's switch to a 1-week view here. Yesterday there were still 12.3 billion lying above us. Now it's already 14.7 billion that are above us. Day by day, more and more liquidations are building up above us. And I want to mention again in my videos, when I go back here, what I shared with you, where we gradually, just before this big crash happened, I also said there are 5 billion waiting, 11 billion waiting, 16 billion waiting. And then came the big correction. And right now we're seeing something very, very similar here. Day by day, more and more billions in liquidations are building up above us, which now amounts to almost 15 billion. And for me, that's a sign that at least in the medium term, we could see this get triggered. There's no guarantee, but for market makers, of course, this is interesting because they want to flush all those short liquidations out of the market. That's why I'm already leaning long now. And if we look at my other positions, I have an open Bitcoin position 5 times, which was triggered yesterday at 105,300. And this is the Ethereum long position that I just shared with you earlier. So that's it for Bitcoin for now. These are the possibilities I still see, what we might still reach. I hope it doesn't happen. But if it does, then my current long position, which is still running without a stop loss, will be scaled here. Scaled further here and then further back. Scaled again. I'll then check, depending on what happens in the market, where I would place a stop loss. Provided that we actually do, because I don't want to let my entire position get liquidated. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum is also very, very interesting. At this point, it actually looks even better to me. With Ethereum, on a weekly basis, we have this as the candle close, which we shouldn't fall below. So if we move into this area here, this exact area here as a candle close would be technically very interesting to hold. And right now we've triggered exactly that here. I'm curious to see if this position will work out. The 0.5 Fibonacci entry is super interesting for me. We can also look at it on a daily basis. How do the 200 EMA and SMA look here? And with Ethereum, you can see that we've just broken through the EMA support to the downside here. The SMA support in this area would be waiting at 3,371, which is very, very similar to these candle lows. That means if there's a wick down here, and if this really happens on a daily basis, then I'll scale my position, have a better entry price than at the current moment, and would also be hoping for a recovery here. That's how it looks right now. But even here, the price range after we had all this support doesn't look all that good to me at the moment because we've now had the sell-off. And I hope that this candle low will be our last support here. which could be connected with the 200 SMA on a daily basis so that we can get a reversal here. That would be very nice. Fibonacci has actually very, very rarely let me down. By the way, yesterday in the live video, I also opened a long position in Ethereum, but unfortunately that didn't work out, so we can just delete that. The stop loss got hit, that's just how it is, but now I have a very good entry, much lower with this position. Then let's also take a look at the liquidation map for Ethereum on a weekly basis. But with Ethereum, there's something completely different going on. So, on a weekly basis, you can see that we really have almost nothing left below us, because so much has now been liquidated. Only about $500 million left, around 437 million US dollars. In contrast, there are 10.26 billion above us, which is of course very interesting. And I always say the liquidation heat map never lies. I believe that this will get picked up here. Let's take a quick look at the daily basis. There will definitely be some new activity coming in at the bottom as well. It's going to build up now. New longs will come in, but even on a daily basis, 2.42 billion has now accumulated above us, which for me can definitely be seen as a positive sign. As I said, maybe we're just causing maximum pain right now, driving people out of the market once again, and then the rise comes just when they're about to give up. But let's look at Ethereum. I just showed this recently in a video also on the liquidation heat map. In Model 3 and with 4 included, for me it's just so crystal clear. Of course, I could be wrong. Maybe this is the last liquidation now before a bear market, which I don't really suspect, but again, I'm looking at 3 months and this will become even more pronounced. These billions lying here, you won't find that with any other coin. At the current moment, you just start to take a look here, starting from the price of 4,771 US dollars. If I now go into the ranges, but there are only billion-dollar clusters of short positions in there, even in these lighter shaded areas here, where there isn't as much. Yes, there are always at least about 1 billion lying there, not really much less, but above that, again, only billions in short liquidations. Which leads me to suspect that we'll test exactly these price zones again and make a new high. In the last video, I said what my assumption is about that. I'll roll that down where I'll sell again. I will definitely do that. Because we still don't have a bearish divergence on the weekly chart, and that's something I especially miss with the altcoins. If we actually manage a recovery up to these liquidation levels, the RSI should of course also play along here, but the RSI isn't quite keeping up. And then I actually see the possibility that we could form a bearish divergence here with Ethereum. You'll learn about that too if you don't know what it is. In the trading playlist, you learn step by step how to become a professional trader, so that we make a lower high here, but a higher high over there. And that would be a possible rejection so that we really move further down. Something else you might want to keep in mind. We're now looking at the weekly chart and we're talking about a real worst case scenario here. If the price continues to drop now, which I suspect, but I hope it doesn't because that would really be bear market territory, then we still have a massive fair value gap here. Just take a look at this. If I open this here, there's a fair value gap here, another small one here, so that could maybe still be 3,276. We can take another quick look. Where would the Fibonacci level be? The second one, 3,276? Yes, that could actually still lead to the 0.618 if it comes to that. But we have at 4, and you can keep zooming out. I think it's here. On the 6-month chart, in the third. Model 3 of the liquidation heat map actually shows, too bad I have to mention it. At 2000, there are about 20, 30, 40, even 50 to 70 or 80 billion lying here. I don't want to allude to that now, but if we do fall, as neutral traders, we have to factor in every worst case scenario. Then I see a possible bottom here due to the liquidations. Not only that, but also because we would have the 200 EMA and SMA on the weekly chart here as possible support. But that's far-fetched, really far-fetched at this point for us to go down there now. We should prepare ourselves, just like for the last crash. We prepared in time and didn't just act blindly. Looking at the situation, how far will the market fall? No, even then with Bitcoin, there were truly incredibly perfect entries. Where is my chart? Here is my chart. Exactly, with all the individual trades, you might remember that we had already gone short here before. Here, Bitcoins were sold, but at the same time, due to the liquidation down here, a long position was placed again, and then another short position. A stop loss was set here, a short, then a long again, here a stop loss, a small one. It was minimal. Leveraged at 0.2%, and here there was also a small short position which was profitable again. So now I'm curious to see what happens next. Otherwise, we need to take a closer look. Look, XRP actually had a wonderful trade here. I took that one and we also shared it in one of my videos where I entered the trade. I didn't take the second one. For scaling, that's not a problem either. But yesterday at $2.31, that's where my position closed. It hit the take profit. So that means XRP was a wonderful trade here as well. Even though we've already moved a bit further down in advance, it was still a profitable trade overall. And that was very, very interesting. Don't get too greedy with highly leveraged positions. I can really imagine that there will be quite a few more small wicks here. We need to look at smaller time frames, like 48 hours and 3 days. I think it's going to get super interesting to see how much has built up below us now, because this isn't a new liquidation. Let's zoom in here. As a small example, the last 2 days, what has built up there, at this point, it seems like that's about to be taken out. We can still see liquidations lying around up to about 3,460, 3,450 here. It wouldn't surprise me if we pick those up as well, and then it just keeps going. Looking at the highs, what has happened in the last 3 days, there's still something lying below us here. There's also another cluster that's interesting, but that would be almost the same, 3,450, which is right here. Below that, it becomes less interesting in this case. And that's how you should go through all of this. In any case, I'm now starting to build up my long positions long term, because as I mentioned earlier, we have plenty of liquidity above us, which is very exciting. And for me, it's actually mainly with Ethereum. Now, these are swing positions. If I can get and build these entries here, then I would hold on to them, at least up to just under 5,000. So here to our old all-time high. All right, that's it for this update video. Guys, feel free to leave a like on my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'd really celebrate if that works out. And with that, I wish you all a great day. See you next time.